Writing content for a website is hard. First, you have to think. Second, you have to type. And third, you have to pretend you know what you are talking about. As a programmer, I lack all three of these skills. So, naturally, instead of spending 10 minutes writing a simple blog post, I spent 3 days writing a Rust program to steal ethically relocate articles from other websites. For learning purpose, of course. But before the Rust compiler police and the Reddit guru start typing a 50-page essay on why my code is a crime against humanity, a quick disclaimer, I am completely new to Rust. This is literally my very first Rust mini project. So, today, we are building a fully automated Rust-powered content laundering machine. First things first, run cargo new and then type in the project name. Next, open the project folder in our favorite code editor. Then, run the absolutely incredible Hello World masterpiece with cargo run and hit enter. Okay, Hello World is done. Cute. Now let's get to the actual content. We need an AI model that can swallow raw HTML garbage and magically spit out golden human sounding paragraphs. Now, normally people pay big bucks for fancy models like Cloud from Anthropic, but I have exactly 12 cents in my bank account and a stack of instant noodle cups taller than my self-respect. So we're heading straight to OpenRouter because it gives me access to tons of models including free ones without me having to sell my laptop. Let's fire up our browser and grovel at OpenRouter.ai. To use their model, we need an API key, and look, they have a fancy button for it right here. Let's click plus new key, type in a boring name, smash that create button, and shift-I copy the key before it disappears into the void. Now create a .env file and slap that key into our environment variables, because hard-coding secrets is for psychopaths, and I'm totally not a psychopath. Next, we brave the wilderness again at openrouter.ai/models. Type the most beautiful word into the search bar, free. Yes, my wallet is crying, and I'm here to listen. Look at this beauty, NVIDIA Nemotron 3 Ultra free. This is definitely going to be a premium experience. Let's check the quick start menu to see how to call these things via URL. And because I have the attention span of a goldfish, we are using stream mode, so I can watch the words appear and feel alive. Alright, copy the command, paste it into the terminal, cross my fingers, and hit enter. Fuck, error. Of course, pre-random model is trash. Fine, who cares anyway? Let's bring out the big guns. The professional, the unstoppable. The mic could run faster than my brain powerhouse from the east. DeepSeek. Now, let's hustle over to platform.deepseek.com, dodge the corporate landing page, and navigate straight to the API keys menu. Smash create new, copy the fresh new key, and you guess it, paste it right back into the .env file. Now, quickly hit api-docs.deepseek.com to see how the cool kids use it. We grab the URL example and swap it with the legendary DeepSeek V4 Flash model. Let's test this bad boy. Paste, enter, and oh fuck yeah, look at that beautiful JSON. It works like an absolute charm. No error, no crying, just pure unfiltered AI magic. This is the best day of my coding life. Because I'm riding this high, let's take it to my favorite API testing software in the whole world, Postman. Oh yeah, as you can see, since we left the stream option on, the server isn't giving us one boring messy final response. Instead, it's spitting out these beautiful little chunks of data, one after another, like a slot machine paying out in pennies. Next step, let's find the target website. As you know, the internet is massive. Trillions of cat videos, political rants, and recipe blogs that take 10 paragraphs to say it all. But I need tech content, so I'm heading straight to the easiest target I can find, dev.to. And huge respect to the dev.to team and their writers. Their content is genuinely good, useful articles, clean code examples, and they don't even bother with anti-scraping nonsense. They are too busy writing great content to care about losers like me. So honestly, thank you dev.to, you are the real hero. Now, let's head straight to their public API endpoint. Look at that JSON and see this property called URL. That's our golden ticket. Open that URL in the browser and boom, full article content ready to be scraped. Alright, we've got everything we need. Rust project initialized? Check. AI model ready to rewrite our stolen content? Check. Target website logged and loaded? Check. Let's get back to the code. To run this mini program, we need reinforcements from some small pre-built code snippets on crates.io. Think of them like colonial era laborers, working shoulder to shoulder, hauling bricks, and laying the foundation, all to make their colonizers program a success. Let's install the dependencies we need. Here, I'm installing request, Tokyo, Serdi underscore JSON, features util, anyhow, scraper, and .env. Tweak some dependency features in cargo toml so we only use what we need. Then hit the cargo run, delete the target folder, then hit the cargo run again. I don't know why I'm doing this, but hitting the cargo run command really boosts my dopamine, by the way. Alright, time for the part where I actually pretend to be a programmer. Hell yeah, this phase is basically just two main steps. Extract the text from the content and use AI to manipulate the content. Simple, right? But to keep this video short and not bore you to death, I'm gonna speed this up way up. Step 1. Extract text from content. Before we can extract anything, we need to actually get the data. So first, we create a function to fetch some data from the dev.to API. Because stealing, borrowing content requires a solid pipeline. Let's hit cargo run and see if our function actually works. And boom, hell yeah, it's returning the response successfully. We have a green light, people. The API is more cooperative than my cat during feeding time. Now we move on to the real deal, fetching the actual website content directly and extracting the HTML text from it. Caution, next part consists of several long speed up coding clips, zero talking, disastrous transitions, so I put some music to cover the silence. Don't get your hopes up for this beat. Let's go. As you can see in the terminal, we are getting the full HTML text of the article. It's ugly, it's messy, and I love it. Let's print this beautiful disaster into an HTML file and save it to the output folder to see how it looks in the wild. Boom. Boom, the results are looking crisp. We have successfully digitized someone else's hard work into our local machine. But wait, instead of grabbing the whole page, we are going to take it a step further and extract only the article section. We don't need the ads, the comments, or the other set bio, just the juicy content. Okay, extractions complete. Step 1 is done. Now, step 2, manipulate the content using AI. We create a function to handle the content manipulation. In this function, we prep the prompt template and set up placeholders that are fully dynamic. We fill those placeholders with the extracted HTML data we prepared earlier. Then, we take the AI-generated output and shove it into a completely different folder. Hit cargo run and watch this glorious mess unfold. Oh yeah, feel that dopamine rush. Let's test it and open it in the browser. Oh yeah, the results are actually good. That's the final result of our coding journey. And before anyone asks, hey, where's the finished cake? Well, no UI, no beautiful showcase. Sorry, that's all I've got. Take it or leave it. Before you go, remember, this was purely a learning experiment, a house of cards built entirely on instant noodles and broken dreams. Sure, it could become an automated content farm, but the focus was the idea, not the polished product. Thanks for joining my coding fever dream. Peace out.